Welcome back everyone. We get to finally talk about one of my favorite iPhones that have ever came out, that when it first came out I wasn't super happy about, but now I am super extremely ecstatic about this specific iPhone, and it's the iPhone XR. Now Apple just recently started unselling this thing, so that was one of the probably biggest major changes with this specific device. And what I will tell you is that within this, the year for the later part, there's been three major things that have changed with this phone. First of all, the iPhones came out, the brand new ones, so the iPhone 13s came out. Then the second thing is pretty much the iPhone XR stopped being sold in the brand new market. So you can't really pick this thing up brand new, at least from Apple.com. Maybe you can still get it at Best Buy and some other technology stores. But also the third thing is iOS 15. We finally got the next version of iOS and it's fully supported on this iPhone, and I would highly recommend you to not install it on this device. Now I've already made 2 full reviews of this thing this year, as well as a billion other videos on this device. So the body is still the same, you guys know, I've already talked about this. 6.1 inch IPS panel, still looks pretty good. Even when I compared it to all the iPhone 13 models, the iPhone XR still was kind of holding its own, and I'm actually still pretty happy about the design of this phone. It definitely doesn't feel dated, and in fact, because the iPhone 13s still have the notch, they kind of have the same design for the most part except for the flat sides, the iPhone XR still pretty much holds up in my opinion in terms of build quality. Now on top of that, the cameras are still pretty good. I kind of want to get this out of the way too. Again, I've done the camera comparisons and all that stuff, and they still hold up very well. I have very few complaints about this specific device in terms of a build quality standpoint, so I think this is a tremendous camera, and I think it's tremendous built as well. Now the main thing I kind of want to hit on is the iOS 15 update. Now I will tell you, like I mentioned, I would not recommend installing iOS 15 on this specific iPhone. It's just not ready yet, especially for the iPhone XRs. For some reason, my iPhone XR on iOS 14 actually had pretty good battery life. Now on the official version of iOS 15, this was pretty much a brand new iPhone when I rebought it about, I think, less than a year ago. Maybe it was over a year ago, I don't remember. And in my opinion, the battery life has gone down significantly from the iOS 14 update. So if you're currently on iOS 14, I would highly recommend staying there. I would not go to iOS 15 just yet. I would wait until it kind of gets a little bit better throughout time. The battery life is the number one thing that I noticed that my iPhone XR actually went down in, and I compared the XR versus the 13 in battery life, and the XR's battery life was so much worse that it really shouldn't have been. So I can only allude that to iOS 15, and I did notice since installing iOS 15, the phone isn't really as great as it was before. So that's the number one thing. The second thing is whether you're on iOS 15 or iOS 14, the price range of this phone isn't really going to change that much. So a big thing to keep in mind with this specific iPhone is that the iPhone XR in the used market has gone down, in my opinion, significantly. It was pretty much being held up by Apple at that $499 price tag, and now that Apple has stopped selling this phone and has moved the iPhone 11 to $499, the iPhone XR is you can probably pick it up for less than $300. In fact, I've seen it already in a ton of places for less than $300. Last year, I picked up the iPhone XR, I think in the used market actually, now I think about it, maybe it wasn't even brand new. But that phone was, I think, over $300. It was about $399 or something like that. I think it was at less than $100 than a brand new price, which was good, save some money there. So you could pick it up for even cheaper than that, which is a really cool thing. So those are really the main changes that pretty much have happened with this device. And to be honest, I think this iPhone is still completely worth it. It still has so much capability. I will be dropping another full 2021 or 2022 review in like next month, or 2 months from now when 2022 starts. So I will definitely keep you guys updated how those things go. But the XR is still worth it, and I would highly recommend you guys to pick it up for sure. If you guys have any other questions or anything like that, let me know in the comment section below. Hit the like button, that would mean so much, but definitely hit that subscribe button. More importantly than everything else, I love every single one of you guys. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out till then.